Hey guys, thanks for coming in for the webinar. I'm Rob Mitchell, and today Steve's going to be presenting a webinar entitled Pinpointing Market Entries Using Advanced Order Flow Methods. Steve has been part of our growth for the last, going all the way back to 2014. And many of you know him, and he's a superstar teacher. Steve has a wonderful ability for explaining things in really clear and concise ways, way better than I can. But we had spent the last 4 years developing a tool called the Trapped Trader Oscillator Advanced. Steve has developed any number of methods with this that he's going to share some of those with you today. And Steve has always had a long record with me of presenting new ideas, as I said, in clear and concise ways. So I'm always really excited to attend his webinars because I always learn something when he does. And so I won't belabor it any further than that. I think you'll enjoy what Steve has to offer and show you today, and his way of doing it. I think you'll also appreciate as being super clear, straightforward, and simple. So enjoy that, and I'll hand it over to Steve. Thanks, Steve.
Rob, thank you so much for all your help and work in TTOA, especially in the lives that it's changing. Welcome. We're glad everyone's here. I'm going to respect your time. We're not going to run. This is important. What I've got to share, it's always been important. This is super important. I really want you to buckle up, pay attention. Rob is a World Cup trading champion, master trader, master coder. And when he said he spent 4 years, he did. I was just shocked over the past year and a half, especially when I would, I'd come in at 6 a.m. on the East Coast and he'd be working, and he'd say, hey, I've got more stuff to do. Anyway, Rob, thanks. We appreciate it. That's enough about that. Y'all know Rob. He's a super cool guy. And he looks over our shoulder and he's sort of guiding this. So when I share this with you, it's straight from the desk of a World Cup trading champion. So with that in mind, ground rules. I'm not a professional presenter. So if you're looking for somebody to razzle dazzle you like Bill Murray and Stripes, I'm not your guy. I got to spend quite a bit of time with a leader and teacher named John Maxwell. And John taught me how to simplify things. He said, an educator takes a simple idea and complicates it, and a teacher takes a complex idea and makes it simple. So don't confuse simple with anything other than incredibly powerful, because again, we're going to show you some advances and some things some members are using that are really good. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm not trying to scam you out of your money. So put your credit card up, just relax and watch this. Here's what's going to happen. There will be some people that look at this and go, wow, I'm in, and they'll come and join us and work and apply themselves, and they will raise their trading a notch or several notches. There will be people that go, I'm not sure I get it, but I think I want to, and they'll come and join us and they'll work, and we'll work with these people and teach and train every day in a room. And then there'll be people that go, I don't get it, or I appreciate it. I'm happy with the results I'm getting, and man, that's awesome. That's amazing, and we're excited. But we're not gonna, you got 14 seconds to make, we're not gonna do that. Okay, so just relax, chill out. There are some people that have kept an open mind about what we presented, that have come in our room and spent some time, and things are going well. So I don't have a lot to share. This is going to go pretty fast. Compliance wants me to put this in. If you've never seen this, you should get to recording and pause it and look at it. We don't need that. Let's just, wait a minute. Let me go back. I'll just put this in here so everybody can see that I'm better looking than Rob. Right, boss? This is the most important slide in the whole process. This one right here, everyone. And here's why. Should you listen to me? If your trading career is important to you, you need to answer that before we go to the next slide. Okay, is this guy dedicated to excellence? Does he work? Can he teach? Can he coach? Has he been through personal development and training, and can he help me do that? And if the answer is no, you don't risk your future on somebody like that. So anyway, I'm a golf professional for a long, long time, retired now. Was elected into the PGA, Professional Golf Association of America, in 1987. This is pretty cool. The designation they have at our business schools for top 5% of the class, and I finished top 5% in both school 1 and school 2, which is all we had then for the election period, and that's 3+ years. And I'm the only person out of 305 or 6 people to do this. That doesn't mean I'm smarter. I'm not. I just worked hard. It was important to me. And so anyway, we pursue things with a passion. That's what that's about. And I've been excellent. I have taught before, master instructor, and then licensed sports psychologist, and that's important. And I'm actually going to cover a couple of things like that at the end. So let me go ahead and get out of this. Today's agenda is 4 basic trading system quadrants: price, action, and trend, order flow, momentum, and order flow momentum, and support resistance that leads to structure, awareness, and targeting. Excuse me a second. I didn't want to cough in your ear. So today we're going to look at the first basic quadrant, and I've got zero doubt about this after having done this for a little over 5 years, connecting with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of traders. The favorite of all retail traders is price action. We like to watch price jump around. And today in this presentation, I'm going to show you how you can find price patterns or shapes. We call them patterns or signals that repeat over and over each day. And with this, master traders are able to pinpoint exact market entries that have a proven historic track record of success. And I'm going to share this real quick. I'm going to show you 2 signals that we've developed in the past couple of weeks. They may never win again. They may never lose again. We don't know. We're not talking about predicting the future. We just don't know that. We believe the future is going to be more like the past rather than less like the past. And because of that, we can trade with confidence that we're going to have a favorable outcome over time. And that's what we offer. So, okay. So here's the kicker. These patterns are formed by order flow. And we'll talk about why that's important in a minute. So in a room, we find ourselves in front of future price movement most of the time. Now, this single concept has changed so many of our members' trading careers. And it's my goal and our goal, Rob and my goal together, that we provide the same winning edge for you. This is, if you get this and can get this, you won't have any problem in trading. Single concept lies at the heart of all successful trading is this: price follows order flow most all of the time, or order flow leads price. Okay, the cause and effect of order flow and price. If there were no order flow, price would stop. Okay, and now order flow is a lot more than volume. It's a lot more than just volume reads. That's very awkward and clumsy, and a lot of systems try to do that. And Rob has taken it to like 3 or 4 generations further than that by looking at immediate order flow as it represents support and resistance and structure, support, and resistance. And we're going to show you how we fit all that together bar to bar at times, most of the time, bar to bar. So the cause of market movement is order flow. The result or the effect of that is price movement. Most traders look at price, and that's fine. We're going to show you a method today that you can do that and be okay. Occasionally, master trader will come in and they'll watch order flow and they'll get in front of price. And that's what we teach in the room. Either way, when we use order flow to guide our trading, we're going to be in front of future price movement most of the time. And in momentum and other things, we increase the odds of being right here, right now, right place, right time. Try to stay out of chop and try to increase the odds of getting involved in growing momentum that moves trades easily in our favor. And in our room, every tool that Rob's created and every concept we use is simply looking for an advantage in order flow so we can get in front of price. That's all we do. We got 2 more slides and then we're going to get to some charts. Okay. So when you want to build a winning trading system, the first and most important necessary step to start with is the price bar selection. The information that gets fed into both the indicators and other components of the system is the most important factor for success in everyone's trading. The correct bar type plus the input of vital winning information is not the main thing, it's the only thing. Now, Rob's Smart Super Renko bars were developed and refined to testing, coded, and worked on them through the years with years and years of research, testing, trading. It enables us to see order flow patterns or shapes that repeat over and over each day. Now, remember, if you trade using order flow, you tend to get in front of future price movement. So if we have order flow patterns that repeat, does that mean we have a great opportunity to get in front of future price movement over and over each day? And the answer is absolutely. Because Smart Super Renkos are designed to read pure order flow on a highly advanced level, the price action they represent is superior to other bars that do not have this capability built into their structure. Our job then becomes very simple and very doable, and I'll show you what we do. We find these winning order flow patterns, pinpoint market entries that have a historic track record, and benefit from Rob's work in superior market entry. So I want you to ask yourself this: are the price bars you're using to trade, are they reading noise? Are they reading meaningful information? And we're going to show you ours in just a minute. Okay, here's the mother lode. And then I thought, well, you know, we're in a politically correct climate now. So either the mother lode or the father lode of all traders, inside information for short-term trading. This is it. And please write this down, whether you come and join us or not. That's not the biggest deal. The biggest deal is I do something today to help you reach your goals, whether you join us or not. And then I'll be happy with the day. Okay, knowing this simple, single-minded concept, the main driving force of intraday price action. This has changed thousands of traders' careers in a positive way. Rob learned it very early in his career, and in fact, it's what drives intraday price action all day, every day. He learned how important it was, and encoded and developed indicators to take advantage of this, and that's why they work so well. Okay, so here's the deal. The market must trap and hook through unsuspecting traders and then hook back against them to force them out in order for price to move. Without wrong-footed traders entering the market at the wrong time and then quickly exiting with another losing trade, the market would move very little. Institutions and firms would get balanced. And if we, weren't in hooking and trapping and hooking and trapping and trapping and hooking, this thing wouldn't move. That would be it. But the unknowing trader makes inconsistent market entries over and over and over against structure and against order flow, and those people getting bamboozled is what moves the market each day. So being aware of this, and more importantly, what do I do with it? How can I exploit this? That's what we do. This allows the members of the stock index trading room to have a tradable advantage over other traders day in and day out. Now, I think it's time, and I'm going to show you the overall concept. I'm going to do this probably in 10 minutes. I can't teach you how to do this or use this, and I'm not going to try. I'm just going to share with you what we have, and I'm going to show you a couple of signals, and then I got a couple of things to share, and I'm going to wrap it up. That's going to be it for the day. Okay, so we're going to look right here at the bottom of the chart where I'm circling this structure right here. So what we have is the market moving down, and now it's easy to see, oh yeah, well, they trapped him, whatever. But at the moment, it's not as clear as it is here. So what happens is that we have a trap and a hook against this continuation. So market's coming down, reverses, it's coming down. Oh man, we're going to drive this thing down. It's going to fall apart. We're going to get wealthy in the next 37 seconds. And the buyers are coming in and starting to fade it, and they take it up. So we complete this 2-point reversal, and the sellers come back in, selling, protecting all of this. This big wick is protecting all of this. It's critically important, more important than the other big wicks. Okay, it's protecting this structure low. Boom, 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 and it loses. Whammo. So what happened here? There's a ton of selling going on in here. And it gets trapped, and the market moves against it with positive structural order flow. Anytime a needle bar closes above this white line, you're going to notice, well, that goes up, and that goes up, and that goes down, and that goes down, and that goes down, and that keeps going down. And that doesn't go up because we don't close above it, but we close, and oh my, we go up. Oh no, wait a minute. Wait, granddad, oh, we go up again. So what's happening is wham, 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 wham. Now this is live, and if I have time, I'll show you a live video. And boom, 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 boom. We're watching this in real time. This is coming down. We're watching it work back up above structure and above midpoint. Well, order flows up, structure's up. We're breaking through resistance. When this fires up, the fact that it does that, there's nobody surprised in the room. That's what it does. Okay, so hook and trap, 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 hook and trap. Structure, smart dynamic zone structure. This is fed into Trapped Trader Oscillator. So it is structure. These green and pink lines are structure, support, and resistance. The needle bars are price action, support, and resistance. So if we break above order flow, I'm sorry, if I have positive order flow up, and we break above structure and break above resistance, which way is that going? Anybody? It's not going that way. Okay, so does that make sense? It's just like, and we're watching this work up, and it's going, and we're just going, please burn up, please, bam, bam, thank you. All right. So this is a brand new signal. I showed it to the members today. I call it follow the leader. The reason we have funny names is because I'm not real smart with good names. And we could say here we have a reversal bar that did not fire through SDZ, but a continuation bar that did. And away we go. Now I'm going to show you another one in a minute. And I was working on it and I kept seeing this. And then Steely Dan from San Francisco, one of our members, kept saying, and Dan has become a needle bar maestro. He's just incredible with it. He said, Steve, I keep waiting on this reversal. See, we like it when reversals go all the way through both zones. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in a minute. But he says, you know, we'll get one, we'll get it and it doesn't go through. And then boy, the second one seems to, and it's brilliant. So what this is real simple. If we get a reversal bar that does not penetrate smart dynamic zone support, but a continuation bar does, it fires through here. This reversal bar did not fire through our zone structure. Well, I don't want to trade it in the middle and you don't either. But then on this, it worked through and away we go. Now, let me do this way. Let me pull this study up. And this is kind of crazy. If you are open-minded but skeptical, I would be if I were you. If you're cynical, but okay. So this is that trade that I just showed you, that signal that I showed you. It's not SUI. And now I have 115 loaded. So that's representative. That's enough to know that, hey, probably pretty cool. Yesterday, we had 35 screens of data and about 3,800 bars. There's about 110 bars on a screen. So this is from yesterday, but I looked through 3,000 bars to get this recap. If it looked like it was going fast, or trade market said it's going too fast, I didn't put it in there. This is not a misrepresentation of anything. I didn't put it in there. This is just simply the follow the leader. My reversal bar doesn't get through the zone, but my my continuation bar does, and I'm breaking under. This is order flow. This denotes order flow. When we're under that, we tend to go down. When we're above that, we tend to go up. It's just that simple, y'all. It's not any harder than that. And here we have a situation where we can't get through. We're watching this wick. It's going, and we know if it prints down, we're way down here. And there we go. So anyway, traded for 1 point, 90% winners, 2.78% winners, 5 points, 15 tick stop, 20 tick profit, 56% to take more than we give. And we marked 10 or 12 of these in the room. I think one didn't win and the rest of them did today, this morning for a while. But I want to show you something here about this. This is professional money management. This is the professional money management that we use in the room. We're going to focus on 2 points. A lot of people say, hey, I'll trade it for 2 points, whatever. And we have a nice winning edge and a nice expectation and things like that. Whoa. Now we can't do that with a lot of these, okay? We went from 15 to 11. I didn't disturb this at all. And added 1,300 bucks in 1 day. In 1 day. By that one, and that's just money management. That's all that is. It's just okay. Now we have other signals that don't work this well with 11. Now I would ask my members, why does this work so well at 11 instead of 15? Well, it's a highly likely. It is structure, momentum, order flow, continuation. It's the mother lode. Now, I didn't do anything with trend, or I didn't do anything with any other concept. If it fired through, I marked it. And if it didn't, I didn't. I would not have marked this one in the study because it doesn't have a wick. And that just looks like that went very fast. We probably, it would be, I think it would misrepresent the system if we put that in. So anyway, so that's one of the signals. It's continuation, high probability to continue on the way. Rob's, Rob's talked about, this wicking, this trapping situation here for years. And now that we have needle bars that represent that visually, it's like easy to see. It's like, oh yeah, okay. See here, we have this big long needle bar here. Paul saw this today. It's like here, it's here. We break up through this and this and this and this. And which way does it go? It goes up. Okay. Over here, this is a test for the new folks. We have a needle bar that goes through both support and resistance. It breaks resistance, it breaks support. We call this a Santa Claus because it goes through green and red at the same time. Anytime you get a one continuation, it's an engulfed, it's a single bar engulfing breakout. This is a breakout order flow breakout signal right here. And now we have the needle bars that are telling us I'm above my midpoint, I'm above the green one. I believe I'll get me some of that. And you can see that was a pretty good one there. This is from today's chart. This is from today's price action. And in here we have some other patterns. I'm not going to go through all these. Anytime you get a bar that engulfs the one previous, you can see they're very good. We're up, and we hook a tiny. These little things here are very telling. And then when the sellers try to hook that and can't, wham! I mean, these go fast when you get it. When you get one of these go really fast because there's quite a bit of pressure in here and not a lot to resist it once it goes. So that's one of the fastest trades. Sometimes we'll get 4, 5, 6 handles in seconds rather than minutes in this. So let's see, follow the leader. See here, SDZ did not, our needle bar did not break through SDZ, but our continuation did. So we get in there and you can hold that as long as you want. Follow the leader. Here's another follow the leader. Here's another engulfing needle bar that goes up through. Now, let me show you this. This is fun. What are we doing on time? Oh, we're actually pretty cool. This is the trade I've been looking for this for a long time. Continuations are pretty simple with smart momentum and type 2 and TTOX type 2s. And, we've got all kinds. This was actually, this is also a colorful phantom. It happened to be needle bar confirmed. I know Paul got that. Paul trades these phantoms, one of our better trading members and things like that. And just really nice, good, clear, concise entries and things like that. But here's I don't want to embarrass Rob, but I don't know how he did this. One of the things that you'll notice, and I'm working on further work with this, is when both smart dynamic zone levels get below our midpoint line. Okay, this tells us that rotation for structure is way, I think the term y'all use would be oversold. What this is a huge imbalance in order flow. Okay, so inside this structure and now inside this bar, there is a very tradable advantage, a discount just for buying just for buying that because we're here. When we're above, we tend to go down. Okay. When we're below, we tend to go up. So what we've done is we get smart dynamic zone. We call this in position. Okay. This needs to rotate up, y'all. Okay. And sometimes we get this when the market's going sideways and they're funny. They're so good. So, but smart dynamic zone is below our midpoint line. So we need to rotate up. But now this situation can last for some bars. So we just don't willy or nilly go in here and start firing things. Okay. So the signal then is a needle bar reversal that goes through green and red engulfed. We told you how powerful that was. The same time with SDZ below. So this is a single order flow breakout with highly likely rotation up in its favor. So now we have like sort of a rocket ship that's built up in here. And I looked and looked and looked and finally, you know, it's like, oh, okay, I bet that works. And worked on it a while, and I've got a 2-week study of this I'll share with you in just a second. So anyway, so we get under, we've got to rotate up and we fire through. Okay. Yesterday I was calling it really, really good one. And Dan said, how about a real good reversal? And so it's a RGR. Okay. So this is below and it fires up. We fire, let's check. We go through red and green. Yes, we do. We're engulfed. Yes, we are. Do we go through our midpoint? Does that give us up? That order flow is up. Right here, this tells us order flow is up. So yeah, that one's. And so when we find this situation, the pink line is on the white line, and you can do that the way you want. We are engulfed. We broke through a bunch of stuff, and you can see that's a pretty good down move. But we're not, you know, one of the things we don't do in the room is we don't make stuff up. So you see, we get below here. Excuse me. SDZ gets below and we fire up. Well, I'll take that. SDZ gets below and we fire up. I'll take that. SDZ gets above, and we really don't work through both zones at the same time. We try to over here. And even if you got nicked here, that, you know, stuff happens occasionally. And so those are the two powerful signals. You can look over here. You can find we break up, and then we come back into the zone. We hook, trap, they're gone. We hook, trap, they're gone. Okay, we hook, we break through, follow the leader right here. I need to quit doing that. I apologize. We follow the leader right here. Boom. We hook through, boom. You know, we in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, boom. And so all day long, we're just looking for these structure, momentum, order flow structures up. I'm probably going to go down. We fire below this, we fire below this, we fire out of that. You know, that movement is just almost a given. So I'll show, I did a study on that. This is a software called Trade Markers that we can do a lot of recaps. I'll go ahead and let's do this. And I'm going to load this. So for 1 point, 85%, and it's okay. We like that number to be a little higher. 2.72%, and that's okay. We like for that number to be a little higher. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me readjust that. Let me get that. 93.80. There we go. That's more like it. It's just, you know, smaller stop on this because it's different than the continuation. It's a reversal and it might have to pivot retag into it. And you can see this is for 2 weeks. Money management. Let me show you this. And then we're going to wrap it up. I think Rob's taking care of all the questions and things like that. And I appreciate that, Rob. Okay, so we're going to trade again for 2 handles. And 15 tick stop and 8 tick profit, and I'm 80%. And I expect 45. That's win, lose, or draw. I'm 227% likely profitable every time one of these prints win, lose, or draw. It doesn't matter. Win, lose, or draw. Okay, that's what this means. Okay. So watch this. I'm 80% with 2 handles and I'm $3,600. Because this is a reversal signal, I thought it was broken when I did that. I took it to 12 and I always check. You know, I mean, I'm moving these. I'll get a signal in here and load a couple of weeks and I'll look at 30 or 40 different combinations because our members deserve the very best information we can give them. The very best. So here's a situation that these 2 weeks, that's all I can attest to. And I looked at this chart. I've spent more time sanitizing this chart than any chart I've ever shown anybody. Okay, so this is real. 36, 7,000. Now, what did I do different? Nothing. Professional money manager. I didn't do anything different. Just went from 8 to 12, same entering, same stop, boom, 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 boom. My profit factor is, you know, what, 2.5 to 3.4. My reward to risk is 40% greater at this. So these are the things we're going to bring. If you know, you think, hey, that's pretty cool. These are the things we bring to our members because they deserve the very best. So we're going to search and research and look at every tradable, everything that's possible to trade for a long enough period of time to know that we can put our future on it. So this is kind of crazy. I would think that in the future we're going to be in a 4 to 6 per day. You know, look at this day. It's like this was Friday, the 21st. So that was the previous Friday. Now I would have caught this up, but if I build a 2-week chart now, it's going to have 200 screens of data. I mean, it would take 3 hours to build. So, but this, we know, you know, we know. And again, we're not, you shouldn't go, oh, you know, just, you know, if if it's like, man, it's pretty good. I think I'll give that a shot. Here's and you start looking and you can't not notice it. Here's a single in golf Rob tried for months. You just taught and taught and taught. And finally it's like, oh, okay. Here's just, you look at this big long and it goes through, you know, green and red, green, 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 red, 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 all of this. And we fire up through. We get above everything in one bar. What that tells us is there is so much buying order flow in this bar that we expect an explosion. We expect an explosion. So yeah, and then here we look, trap, hook, 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 trap, hook, trap, hook, trap, hook, trap, boom, hook, trap, hook, trap, hook, trap, boom, hook, trap, hook, trap, hook, trap, boom. Over and over and over all day long. Okay, so Rob's got all that. Let me get rid of this and let's wrap this up. Other ideas and concepts that we teach in the room. This is outside of our charts. We have an open ring concept with a 4-year 80+% accurate track record. I'm going to give you a freebie. I'm going to give everybody a freebie if you're still here, even if you don't come with us in a minute. Hang around. Opening market structure using known support and resistant levels, 4-year 85% plus accurate track record. Floor trader support and resistance that holds and propels the market with uncanny accuracy. Daily fundamental information that guides the opening range, depending on overnight, all kinds of stuff. It's really cool the way that works. And a hint on this, and Mondays and Tuesdays are not the same, fundamentally. That large commercial accounts that are using the market for their benefit, and they're the ones that move it, are doing different things, and we know what they're doing. So that helps us a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Well, let's do this, freebies. What causes momentum in the market? So I'm going to do this real quick. Malcolm Gladwell in Tipping Point says they're innovators, early adapters, early, mid, late adapters, and laggards. In trading, there are innovators, early, mid, and late adapters and laggards. Innovators are building positions in congestion. This is easier to teach with a chart. Innovators buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, it breaks out. Well, the people that were selling this, guess what they do? They try to catch it here, and when they can't, they quit. Well, we know that. And now we have a signal that we don't have to guess. We know that if I do this, my past track record would be whatever it is. So the large accounts that put in bottoms are doing multiple positions, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. It breaks out up. Well, guess what the sellers do? They quit. Guess what the buyers do? They add to their winners, and that's where we get involved. This is the spot that we love to trade from after it's been resolved, and we get a 90% signal that's saying, yeah, all of these people, the innovators, now we're early adapters, and we're going to come in here, middle adapters, late adapters, laggards. Okay. So that's why markets create momentum, is that the innovators are fighting, and once one side wins, the other side quits. They're smart money. They quit. And then the winners start throwing on additional fuel, and then smart large money that's waiting on that starts throwing it on, and then the momentum is just explodes. Why does Monday have a selling period and Friday have a buying period? Monday has a selling period in all markets because the institutions are hedging their, if say it's a stock index fund, and I own $250 million stock portfolio. Well, if prices go down, man, I can't get out. If I start selling, I get bad prices. So I'll short a futures, and I'll hedge my bet. I'll hedge my portfolio, and I'll mitigate my losses if we go down. Because if Citibank's got $500 billion wealth management fund, they can't, and the market starts going, they can't bail out. Man, can't get feel. I mean, it's just impossible to do. It's too big. And so on Mondays, institutions will come in and start to build a hedge against falling prices. Now, what we like to happen on Monday is for the market to go up 6, 8, 10, 12 points and then start working down. And then that's when the commercials are going to come in and start taking their positions. And you can watch that. And it's just like, whoa. Now, Friday, why do we have a buying period? All markets, in the commodities, there's a buying period on Friday because the people that got short to protect their crop are squaring that up. Okay. But now in stocks, Friday has a buying period for this reason. It's called window dressing. And what happens on Friday is that the institutions and funds pitch their dogs, pitch their losers, and they pick up the great issues for the week. Now they're not making money off of that, and they don't care. What they know is on the weekend warriors come in and look at their fund and look at, oh, you had this in your fund this week? God, I got to get me something. Yeah, I had it 45 minutes. I got it right before the close. So you would look at it and be impressed. And so just watch the tendencies. On Friday, the ES tends to sell off for a bit. And then as the window dressing starts, it heads up. And that's 85 or 90% likely to happen. Okay. Are you a trader that has a strategy or a system or market entries or whatever that you can get the losers and you pass on the winners? Anybody but me ever do that? Anybody ever do that? Just me, I guess. Okay. Well, anyway, there's a reason that happens. And, I probably helped 50 people change that. It's like, yeah, okay, I seem to get all the losers and half the winners, and I take a great strategy and I can't succeed with it. If you're not reaching your goals, if you're not successful, why your decision-making process is the main reason, and we can help you fix that. And you'll never figure it out on your own. I don't think, unless you are a psychologist, I don't think you'll ever figure it out on your own. We can help you with that. We can help you reset your habits so you can use proven winning information on each trade that you take and more. So I think that's it. I hope I have enough. No, 35 minutes. It's not bad. Here's some stuff that and this is all this is pretty new. We've had quite a few new members lately, and we'll let you read through that. And, if you're not getting the results you want, I would love to help you. I would love to help you get started down that road to where you have the confidence that you can do that. Let's see. I'm done. It ain't nothing but a thing. Oh, let me do one other thing.
It ain't nothing but a thing, Steve.
Nothing but a thing, baby.
I'm glad that you brought that up, man.
Let me do one other thing here, y'all.
All right, I'll wait then.
I took a lot of this off because I wanted to focus just on just a real simple concept. And now people look at this and go, I can see them already, Steve. I can see this thing hop up and boom, I can see it over here. I can see it break down below and it goes down. It's like, oh my goodness, let me add it. And then, we've got pressure bars and some other stuff in cycling and all kinds of tools. But I wanted to teach that and that alone. And I think you can see that that's plenty to help. So now I'll shut up and I will, Rob, I'll let you close. Hello.
I'm here.
Yeah, that's yours now, dude.
Thanks, Steve. I got a couple of things I'd like to share. Maybe
please
kick this up. I'm going to read some comments from some attendees. We've got a lot of people here that use these tools every day. And I would like to thank those who put these comments in, because it means a lot to us. Like Steve said earlier on, he says, the way he says it, put your credit card away. That's really not what we're doing here. It's really not. For both Steve and I'm pretty sure I speak for the both of us, the thing that floats our boat is that we have done something to be helpful to you. Our main focus, we're not a sales organization. Yes, we've got a website with indicators on it, but these indicators were not developed for the purpose of selling. They were developed for the purpose of my own trading. Yeah. And so, but years ago, it was over 7 years, it's going to be 8 years this year, a guy in my trading room, Mike, he came to me, he said, you want to start a trading room? And I was like, no. Why? Because I'm doing my trading. Yeah. So anyways, he asked me several times and I kept saying no. And he finally said, look, I'll help you run it. Mike's been there every day. But I never in my wildest dreams could have imagined what would happen by sharing. Because the learning that's happened for me, for Mike, for everybody who's been involved in this journey, and Steve and everybody in the stock index trading room, has been immeasurable. Because what happens is when you get 100 guys experiencing these things and giving you feedback, and somebody will just bring up one little way of seeing things that makes all the difference. It's the difference that makes a difference. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to see some of these beautiful comments, like Darren saying, or John saying, still using your wonderful indicators. Hey, Rob, John here, I'm still using your wonderful indicators. Darren saying, hey, new members, I wish the chat was just open. It's just the way that we have it set. But new members, or maybe you guys can see, maybe you can't, I'm not sure. But Darren says, new members, this software and training has brought me from red to green. Rare I have a losing day. I purchased a bunch of software over the years. This is by far the best. Thanks, Darren. Yeah, like I said, these comments really mean a lot to us. Yeah. So the panel that was in the bottom part of the chart there had the Trapped Trader Oscillator on it. Now, Steve had mentioned earlier, when we first started doing the things that are in this tool, it was about 4 years ago. It was an impossible situation. It was impossible. This tool is full bid-ask capable. It's full historical to the tick capable. It has pressure bars built into it, which is a whole nother mode of operation. Steve's showing you the needle bars mode of operation. And then there are also the traditional modes of operation. There's also chart bars mode of operation. Then you combine it with the smart dynamic zones that Steve was showing you, these areas where you break in and out of these zones. Yeah. But in the manual, and possibly in addition to some of these patterns, like some of the ones that Steve's showing you here are not in the manual, but in the manual alone, there's about 40 different patterns, tradable patterns using the Trapped Trader Oscillator. And so it's a treasure trove of capabilities. Yeah, and Steve's sharing you some of the ways that they used.
Rob, if I may, I took 3 or 4 patterns out. I've been accused of making people drink from a fire hose and overwhelming people. So
exactly. So
tip
and
of
that's
the
another
iceberg.
subject that I'll take just a second on that, Steve. It is super important in your development as a trader that you focus on one thing. Yeah. You can't learn 5 things at once. What's really amazing about doing that when you do it is when you learn one thing, then once you learn to see that, it sets up a context for other learning. And so it becomes progressive. It's not linear. What happens is your growth as a trader, you start maybe seeing 5, 6, 7 things on the chart all at one time. Yeah. Nobody can really teach you that. It's just something that comes with screen time and doing these things. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Dawn. One other thing that I just wanted to mention. So what Steve's been showing you today, just kind of as an overview of everything that he's shown you, is how to see the market from the viewpoint of pure order flow. Yeah, this Trapped Trader Oscillator is showing you what's happening inside those bars. You can't see that by looking at a chart. You absolutely cannot see it by looking at a chart. And you're doing it in relation with the structure or the trend. Yeah, more often than not. You don't have to, but when you add those two components, in the beginning of the webinar, Steve mentioned the 4 quadrants of building a good trading system. That's 2 quadrants. Yeah. So what this tool enables you to do is to see inside the bars what's actually happening inside the bars, where traders get trapped, where there's high momentum and things like that, and enables you to see the actual driver of the market movement. That was the first thing that he brought up. This is what drives the market movement. That's not visible to other traders on their charts. They can't see it. So from a Malcolm Gladwell viewpoint, this makes you an early adopter or an innovator. Yeah. And so super important.
That's
Steve had also
cheese...
described to you the 4 quadrants of how the market toggles between being fully long and fully short, or in some kind of conflict or consolidation. And you saw when those breakouts happen, what he was showing you there is how the market, all the shorts getting stopped out, but they both stop out and then reverse their positions on top of it. So you can get like triple, quadruple whammy kind of stuff for these breakaways that he was showing you there. And when you get down to the nitty gritty of it, that's what's actually happening, but it's all summed up into one simple tool on the Trapped Trader Oscillator. And the idea and the design of that tool was to not have, you know, you'll see order flow tools as they have like a ladder on the chart, and there's like 2,347 numbers on the chart. The Trapped Trader Oscillator takes all that stuff and just puts it in one simple metric that is what? Graphical. It's not a bunch of numbers, because numbers is conscious processing, and you go into overload really, really fast. Yeah. And so, you know, this turn into simple shapes is basically what it comes down to. So anyways, enough said on all that. I hope you enjoyed the webinar and you got something out of it today. Steve, thank you so much for taking your time to do the presentation, share a little bit about what you guys are doing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If anybody had any questions before we go, I think I got them all. Yeah, I got you on that, John. Thank you. Yeah, it's just the way it's set up that we can't all see. Yeah, so that's fine. But I think I got all the questions. Emmanuel, if you're, we don't do trials, and I'm going to tell you why. I've never seen, what we do takes time to learn. And you really want to make a commitment to learning that. That's why we do these webinars. If it looks like it's for you, then take a shot at it. But to come in and kick the tires, the kind of thinking that's going on here is entirely contrary to anything that you ever read in a book, or what most vendors, if you will, out there are telling you or showing you. And I could get onto that subject too, but I'm not going to take a bunch of time for that. The design philosophy behind this stuff is not to find a pattern and tighten criteria around it. Is quite the contrary. What we're actually doing is we're taking several different modes. A few minutes ago, we were talking about the order flow patterns in conjunction with trend or structure, right? Well, that's 2 parts of a well-designed trading system. But what we do is, instead of tightening those criteria, we loosen them. So where all the other trading system designers out there are tightening, trying to get those numbers to go up, up, you know, oh, look, this made $40 trillion in profit and, you know, on some kind of optimization or something. We're not optimizing at all. We're not optimizing at all. We're using good design philosophy and it works, but it takes time and effort to grasp some of those concepts and everything. So come join us if you're ready to make the commitment for taking that time. That's sorry, but that's just what it is. I think, you know, other people here tell you, you really need to take some time to work it out. So, okay. Steve, you can check with the stockindextradingroom.com. Steve put a link in there for that. Yeah, there's a discount. Steve, what is a discount coupon code? A special member?
Special member, correct.
Yeah, special member. Yeah,
I'll type that in.
Yeah, so yeah, there's not a trial, but there's a nice discount if you use a discount code or the coupon code that you can key in, special member. Yeah, and there Steve just put that in there. So all right, guys, if no other questions, and that's what we got for you. We came in right in an hour, Steve, beautiful. And thanks again for presenting. And we look forward to seeing you guys going forward.
Thank you for all your help.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you. Thank you.